Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another capsule selection. Happy to have you guys back. Happy to all my new members who've been joining the club. So happy to have you as a part of this community, the community that we're building to speak on fragrances, to really build a culture that is based around development, understanding and trust of one another's opinions, and just having that conversation back and forth. So I want to thank all you gentlemen and ladies who have been joining the membership in the club house of the Dry Down. Thank you very much. As we continue to evolve in this channel, I cannot wait to build more and more and bring more and more to this community, our community of the Dry Down. And so today, what I want to talk about in essence of that is that what I want to help build and what I consider myself and what I consider many of you as we continue to communicate is that we are tastemakers. And being a tastemaker isn't just about style, it's about presence. To me, the way you walk into a room, the confidence you carry, the most important thing of that is your sense of awareness, but also something that you wear, and that's a fragrance. A fragrance is something that captures the minds of others, the imaginations of others. A true tastemaker in that realm doesn't follow trends. The tastemaker sets them. And today I want to talk to you gentlemen and ladies about what it is that we're diving into, which is 5 fragrances that exude authority, they exude confidence, and they also exude sophistication. And to me, as I often state, these aren't just fragrances that are made for the background player. These are made for people who want to move in the culture forward. They want to present themselves and have fragrances that actually present a sense of taste. And so as I speak upon this, I want you guys to sit back, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and enhance as we talk about the blends in this series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. We're going to dive directly into a list of fragrances I think everyone that's a part of my community would love to talk about and love to address, which is being a tastemaker. We are men and women who have become clearly known in our own communities and on this channel and in this community of YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok as tastemakers. We have great profiles. We have tremendous effect on others' opinions, and creating this conversation between us is something I really wanted to do. So as tastemakers, I want to start my particular 5 or 6 fragrances off to get the community going on what it is that I think are tastemaker fragrances, and I'm going to present those to you. Now, of course, these are not all the tastemaker fragrances that I believe are in my actual collection or wardrobe, but these are just a few that I will hint towards that really give a collection that tastemaker authority. So first, we're going to start off with one fragrance from the House of Chanel, and that is the fragrance Le Lion. So gentlemen and ladies, when it comes to Le Lion, this is a scent that commands respect. It's an upgrade for many traditional labdanum spicy fragrances. It's a very beautifully made scent that carries a great aptitude of awareness. As I say, when you be a tastemaker, you want people to be aware of the confidence that you carry, and that takes a little bit of skill set. That's a human skill set that you have basically tailored your life around throughout your experiences. And so when it comes to this one, this is one that speaks and commands respect before you even speak. And so for me, Le Lion is unapologetically bold, and it's one that's wrapped in a timeless elegance that only Chanel can perfect, and they've done a great job with this particular scent. It's one that opening greets you with an intense blend of bergamot and lemon, just beautiful smelling, just the blend is perfection. It gives off a very clean yet commanding presence when you are in a room or environment that you want to exude that type of essence. This is perfect for that. The real magic of this one happens in the heart, where that labdanum and the warm amber from this deep golden glow starts to fill the room with a powerful yet understated elegance about yourself and about this fragrance. The dry down of this one introduces a smooth vanilla and a great earthy patchouli, which reinforces the prestige of this particular scent. For me, the vibe of this one, speaking in tastemaker profiles, I would say the vibe of this is old money meets new power. Modern power, and that's one that we're all coming to our essence of. We're growing into that. I love growing into that, and that's why I present this one as one of those fragrances. I think that this one could be best worn, not only worn, but best worn in black tie events, executive meetings, and high stakes negotiations where you want to present that commanding authority, especially in fall and winter season. stating that as a seasonality goes, I think this is best for fall and winter when you want to have a warmth about you and an impacting fragrance that lasts for hours and hours. The versatility and the projection on this one, 10 plus hours, it lingers, it has a great aura that leaves no room for just dullness. It's a bold, sexy fragrance that has a lot of projection, a lot of sillage, and you're going to smell wonderful with it. This is the first fragrance in my tastemaker profile because of the confidence it carries and gives you and speaks before you even have your mouth open. Once again, Le Lion from the House of Chanel. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Harmonious. I haven't had this on my channel yet, but it's time and due to bring this forward. Profile, beautiful. It has some similarity to some fragrances on the market like we've heard. I'm not telling you anything new about that. This is one that smells very, very similar to Dior's 2014 release of Dior Oud Parfum. When it comes to this one, or Dior Oud Parfum, they're a balance of mastery, like I just spoke about this one. You can smell one in the air, you know you have one on that's different than the other, but when it comes to the scent profile, if you really want to tailor yourself to that scent structure, leathery, iris, orris, kind of sweet, smooth, and leathery, this one here has a little bit less of that leather profile. Still some is in there because of the ambrette musk, but it's mostly about the smooth orris butter in this one. So if you're a masculine or a man who wants to wear a masculine orris, this is the one for you. This is one that is sent. It's for the man who moves with grace and carries himself with power and presence. For this one, Harmonious to me is a contradiction in the best way because it's fresh yet deep and it's uplifting yet grounding. That's a beautiful way to have a tastemaker fragrance. This one opens with a blast of warm spices. They're sweet, slightly invigorating, but it quickly transitions and subsides to this rich heart of orris root, which I spoke of. A little bit of rose, a little bit of cashmere wood, a lot of cashmere wood. That's one of the best parts of this one as well. So if you're one who loves the way the cashmere wood smells, you're really going to be intrigued with this particular scent. It's a smooth scent, it's a magnetic scent, and it's a tastemaker profile scent. It's one that I think it has and leaves layers of intrigue about your presence in the vicinity that you're in, and when you're wearing it, you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling audacious, you're feeling good. This is a great scent to have. The base, lots of amber, lots of woods. It's a smooth and magnetic fragrance, like I said. It's a powerhouse as well. So we know that Boadicea, in many of their fragrances, not all, but many, they can produce fragrances that have a great amount of projection and power. If you pick up on orris root or the spices, you're going to know that this one is a power player. Subjectively, it may not be the beast mode fragrance that many people think it is or assume it is, but when it comes to power and performance, it has a great lingering sense about it. It commands attention without being ostentatious as well. It doesn't force anything. It just smells great. The vibe is a modern aristocrat. It's one who redefines and refines his aura, and this is one that's unshakable in that essence. The best time I would say wearing this one is being evenings, date nights, some daytime wear for power moves, but mostly date nights. I would wear this in a luxury vacation in the wintertime. I would also wear this to a networking event because it has just that great amount of essence that is power versus force. And that's a great way to put this and present this to you guys as a tastemaker fragrance. For me, seasonality, I will bring this in spring through fall. And to me, when I say, well, I'll take that back, fall through spring. So I'll do fall, winter, springtime with this one. When you need to make a statement in a situation without weighing yourself down too much, feeling like you could go from a daytime to a nighttime or nightcap, this is a great fragrance for that. The projection, like I said, 8+ hours on this one, and it is one that lingers, and it can create a nice little legendary scent trail behind you. Once again, this is Boadicea's Harmonious. If you guys notice on my Instagram and in my posts, I got this one from a dear friend of mine, and they had the dry down actually laser etched into it. So you got to know a friend of a friend to have a nice little addition like this one. Once again, Boadicea the Victorious, Harmonious, a beautiful tastemaker fragrance. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I have a fragrance here from the house of Xerjoff. It's one that I actually brought a connoisseur's conversation about maybe about a week ago, introducing it. I want you guys to go find that video. I'm going to click a card either left or right of me. It's a video that I'm very proud of making because it really shines through. There are some points that I did miss in that, so I will point on that. As far as the champagne smell, this one has one of the best champagne smells. I really mentioned and talked about how the incense creates this beautiful essence around you, very luxurious feel around you. It feels opulent. I did miss out on telling you about the liqueur facet and the plum facet leading into this sweet spot in the mid or the heart of the fragrance that has some hazelnut, cacao, and rose. That was one thing I wanted to point out, because to me that actual essence smells of Golden Dollar, which is another house fragrance from them. It's part of their coffee collection. So imagine all these things intertwined into a fragrance that makes it come off very, very seductive, very sweet, warm, cozy, and it just smells good. At the end of the day, it is what I described inside of it, which is an effervescent, citrusy fragrance that has a lot of spices, some warm spices, and a feel of spiced cardamom and incense, but it does have those other treatments I just talked about. When it comes to this one being a tastemaker fragrance, from the first spray, it commands the attention of others. I find that out in just a week's time. It's a lavish mix of liqueur-soaked plum, as I just stated. It has a lot of saffron, it has a lot of grapefruit, and it gives off this rich but slightly decadent vibe. And that's a great thing because of the chocolate in the mid of this one. The heart is, to me, where this starts to become a seducer, a real tastemaker, because it introduces that Provençal lavender that I spoke about in the actual connoisseur's conversation. The cacao, hazelnut, they begin to wrap you in this silky smooth balance, blending this sweet and aromatic notes seamlessly. That's the great part that I did miss out on. And so as I think about that, the base, man, pure opulence. You got cashmere wood, you got white musk, you got frankincense, and you got leather that creates this regal trail that makes a lasting impression, and it creates this aura that you are a tastemaker, you are in control, and you are the controller. To me, the vibe of this one is one who is a man or a woman that has a lot of charm, mostly masculine for this one. I will state that again. So if you're a king and you have your crown, this is that scent for you. This is when it's poised, it is effortless, and it is influential to others around you. I think this one is best worn, as stated in that video, rooftop lounges, high stakes settings, and elite, like, fine dinners and dinner parties that you're going to be around others. It's just that type of fragrance. It's beautiful in that way. The seasonality for me is coming as I even wear it more. It's a versatile 4-season scent that shines in cooler months, but it's a very versatile 4-season scent. For me, the projection on this one has been 8 to 10 hours and sometimes 12 hours plus, because of when I sprayed it on clothes, it did come off of that fabric as long as 24 hours. It has an intoxicating sillage, and it refuses to be held in place or held in check. This is a tastemaker fragrance. This is a beautiful scent that I suggest you guys get a sample and get your nose on it. This is Louis XV 1722 by the House of Xerjoff. Next up, let's talk about a Roja. And a Roja Parfum that is the ultimate power move to me when it comes to being a tastemaker. This one here is, I would say this, if ambition had a scent, this would be it. This is one beautiful scent that has a zest, a boozy feel about it. It's an unapologetically fresh scent, but it has an opening that just comes from a very beautiful citrus that is not playful. It's a tart zest of grapefruit, lime, and a little bit of mint that immediately take this sharp sense for you. And that's one that we all as tastemakers can provide in any realm of our life. That's a 4-season scent. That's a very articulate scent that can be versatile in any season, any situation, from dates to picnics to rooftop parties to when you're going out on stage and you're talking about the things that you are particularly fond of talking about. When I say that, I mean, a lot of us, we're professionals and we have these professional careers. This is a great fragrance for a professional career person. It is one that when you step into a room, you own it. Most of us have that type of personality, and that's one thing that we can take from this one as a power move type of scent. The evolution on this one is where it seems to earn its spot on this list as a tastemaker. It has this rum and spices that meld with this beautiful tobacco and patchouli. That's in the base of this one, and it's undeniably masculine, sexy masculine. It's fresh, it's full body. It's a scent that adapts to many different day and night situations effortlessly. And I think that all of us will be thankful that something like this is in our arsenal or wardrobe. To me, the vibe of this one is high energy executive meets after dark seducer, plain and simple. If I was to say best worn, seasonality or something like that, I would say for me personally, I can't wait to wear this to boat parties. I can't wait to wear this to some of the seasonal, the spring and summer seasonal affairs. There's going to be high end, some, when we're wearing our linen 2-pieces, our Solara suits, stuff like that, you're going to have a great time with this particular scent on. It's one that projects and feels good for about 8 hours. That's all you need from fresh scents. To me, this one was built for making an entrance, and that's what it does. It's a tastemaker fragrance, and it is Burlington 1819 by the house of Roja Parfums. Now, as we begin to get to the base of this list, bringing up fragrances that I truly enjoy, that I've sampled over years and have put on my list to buy, and have finally come to the situation where I've thought back of what I really wanted from years past, and I picked this one up. This is Naeab of Oudh from the house of Ormonde Jayne. This one here is what I would like to call as a tastemaker fragrance because it's a silent authority. It is one that is understated, elegant, and it's undeniably sexy in its presence while still being comfortable in settings where you are dealing with other executives or other individuals who are colleagues that you want to impress, but you don't want to leave a sexy, seductive impression, but they do leave something lingering about something smelling great in their mind. Naeab of Oudh is one that speaks volumes and whispers. I love that about this particular scent. It's a prevailing note of greenness and sharp greenness that is introduced and led by a way of a spicy cardamom that speaks volumes. The tone is exotic, like I stated, yet it's inviting. And that's an aura that every tastemaker has and every tastemaker wants to provide. The heart blended of rose, magnolia, and a hint of headwing. That particular mid is a transition points that make this one a very, very beautiful fragrance. To me, it makes it smooth, it makes it refined, and it makes it subtly intoxicating. The base of this one, if you ask about the base of this one, that's the one where the fusion of oud, musk, and warm amber provide a longevity and depth without overpowering, but the mid is really the spectacular part about this particular scent. If I was thinking about the vibe of this one and why it's a tastemaker fragrance, I would say that the man who doesn't need to provide or prove himself anymore at anything, this is his presence, this is his authority, this is his scent. Best worn for me would be dining experiences, upscale settings, upscale social settings, moments of quick dominance and quiet authority is where you want to wear this one, and where you ultimately prevail wearing a scent like this. You feel comfortable, you feel confident, and you feel authoritative. You feel quite sexy and exotic too, because it is a scent that has that aura. To me, seasonality is one that is a fall and winter season, slightly into the spring. If the spring has a cool evening, it'll be just seductive because it has a magical trail in those type of temperatures. The longevity on this one, I predict that most times that I wear this, it would last 6 hours, but I found that it lasted 10 plus hours on my skin and my clothing. That's a great thing to come from Ormonde Jayne and their British heritage of making perfumes. It's an intimate bubble, yet it projects. So something that has a little bit of a sillage, a little bit of a cloud around you, but ultimately the aura is of allure. And that's one thing I love about this one as a tastemaker fragrance. So this is Ormonde Jayne's Naeab of Oudh Parfum, not the Intensivo. I know people have their own impression about which one they love and like. To me, my personal impression and my personal feeling toward the best one that I smelled from that collection is the first original Parfum. They all smell good. They all have their purpose. To me, my particular reason for purchasing this fragrance is because this is one that set the tone that I wanted the fragrance to set. The Parfum version of Naeab of Oudh. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I think last on this list as I come to the conclusion of what it is I'm speaking on as tastemaker fragrances. When it comes to scents that are a jet setter signature, someone who travels a lot, someone who travels for business, someone who has that type of environment that they live in and they're under that type of lifestyle, this is one that is a great, universally loved fragrance that has some intensity to it. It has key notes of oud, cardamom, amber, vanilla, and myrrh. And it's one of the sexiest fragrances when it comes to that, but it has this mysteriousness of an aquatic. So with the note structure I've read, I've heard, many of us have questioned what it is inside this fragrance to make it smell like this. I can't put two and two together as many of you others can't. But as far as smell goes, it's a tastemaker fragrance. Like I stated, it's a jet setter signature. A fragrance that is designed for the modern nomad, one who travels a lot, one who goes from East Coast to West Coast to Thailand to Indonesia, travels to the Caribbean for vacation, but travels to London for their finances. It's for one who is influenced and knows no borders. Oud Bleu Intense to me is a dynamic mix of sweet spice cardamom, luxurious creamy woods like oud and sandalwood, some vanilla, that style dressed right with like this benzoin effect to it. That's that sweetness, that's that myrrh sweetness that creates a smooth and exotic commanding aura about you. With this one being addition to this tastemaker list, I think this one can capsulize what it is I'm trying to prefer or infer to you gentlemen and ladies of what it is a tastemaker fragrance is, at least to me. The addition of this one to my collection, it brought about an exotic and inviting fragrance that I could use in all seasons and in all situations, as many of these fragrances are. It's irresistible. It's a blend that is indelible. It creates something in everybody's mind that they want to come back and feel around them and smell. They want to ask what it is. They want to purchase this fragrance. They want to get tips on where you got it from and how to wear it. That's why there are situations like this where we are tastemakers and we tell others. That's why this video was made. Power and intrigue is what this one is about. It's, to me, best for the international traveler, best for the I would say even taking this to like Miami, yacht parties in Miami, Art Basel, different even Exxons, just everywhere you travel, this is a scent that could carry a notation of I know what I'm doing. It sets a stage where exclusivity is the norm for you, and that's a beautiful thing about Oud Bleu Intense, and that is why it is a tastemaker fragrance on this list. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my content for you guys today. Oh no, it ain't. I want to tell you something. You guys have influenced me. I love y'all. For all you guys who are joining, like I said, the membership, I'm going to start, as I stated, this is going to be where I do all my first impressions. I pick up samples, if not weekly, bi-weekly, of all the things that not only you guys suggest, but things that I have curiosity about. As it states right now, I got some samples in from Max Aroma that I'm going to be going over. I'm curious about many of the samples that I have. These are two of the samples that I got so far going through my box of samples, but this is just to tell you guys, as I stated, you guys influenced me, and today, as I was starting to shoot the video, I got what it is from the UPS man, and I bet many of you guys can't believe what I did, but it's always nice to have you guys contribute and tell me what it is that I need to get my nose on. And that's one thing about you guys as a community, and I stated, we are tastemakers. We are idealized people and individuals who know what we want, know what the better things in life are, and we strive to get those things. And for me and you guys, it's not only with perfume, it's with other things in life. But one of the factors about perfume that drive me to get and collect and have is because they make beautiful, beautiful attributes to our own personal impression. And I say that saying that you guys haven't convinced me to go out after showing you De La Nuit number 2 and 3 to pick up De La Nuit number 1. So I will be giving a first impression of many of the samples I have and many of the fragrances that I pick up as a quick first impression under my membership tab. Those videos will be uploaded for the tiers that I've set them for fresh, just elevating what we can do here at the Dry Down as a community. The communication is going to be better in that way. The actual incentives and perks that I've set up for that particular membership are great. Of course, like I stated, we're going to have member first videos and member only videos. The impressions and first impressions are member only videos. You also get, when I upload a video, first watch of about 24 to 48 hours before it's introduced to the public, maybe even longer in some. And this is what I'm going to talk about in one of my upcoming impressions videos, is how exactly I feel about the scent Parfums De La Nuit number 1. Once again, thank you for watching. As always, stay balanced, stay bold, and stay enhancing. We are the Tastemakers. I will see you in the next video. Peace.